Today, I'm on a mission, but will it be a lost cause and all for nothing? Or will I be successful? Come along with me to find out. Exploring is currently on hold, for now. If you're wondering why, well, this is why. Everything's buried under snow. Many of the videos I make require bare ground for railroad ruins, old train tracks, mining locations, abandoned locations, even nature hikes. We need to be able to see what we're looking for, and even if we do find things, some of the locations I go are pretty remote, and going in these conditions wouldn't be the best idea. So we need to think outside the box. We need to adapt and overcome this current obstacle right here, because it's not going away anytime soon. Over a foot of snow has been on the ground here for about 2 weeks now, and we're supposed to get a little bit more, and it's supposed to stay bitterly cold. So what else can we do? Well, I figured, why not give myself a mission? You already know that I love railroad history, I love trains, and since we can't document the history part of it, well, why not document the active part of it? We have 3 railroad companies in the area that we could go to today, and if we're lucky, catch some train action. So that's my plan. It may be a success, maybe a fail, could be for nothing, could be absolutely worth it. But there's only one way to find out. So let's get headed to location number 1. Welcome to location number 1. You're seeing those idling locomotives behind me. You're probably thinking success, not so fast. Coming here actually may have been a lost cause. So I'm in Scranton. Just over here to my right is Steamtown. Over there is Bridge 60. And right behind me here is Delaware Lackawanna, which shares the yard here. And typically you want to come here for just before 8:30 in the morning and basically see where the trains are going. There's 3 or 4 different routes they could take, which will tell you where you need to go to catch them in action. Well, on the way here, I encountered both an accident and construction, and I got here about 8:40. And I think any trains that were departing are long gone. So the only thing we have right now is those 2 idling Alcos, and nothing else here that looks like it's ready to leave. Actually, I don't even see any other locomotives that are here besides these 2, and they're not hooked up to anything. There's no crew inside of them, so coming here may have been a lost cause, may have been for nothing, but getting delayed is out of my control. So we're gonna hang out here for a little bit, see if anything does by chance come to life. If not, we'll be heading to location number 2 pretty soon. Well, coming here may have been a lost cause, but at least we have a nice blue backdrop and the beautiful sound of the big rumbling diesel locomotives. How about that? Just get ready to leave. I heard the horn and there's a train arriving. That might be the Carbondale line. They crossed right over Lackawanna Avenue. Comes right through the parking lot here behind the bus terminal and is able to connect into the yard by Bridge 60. It's like they're pulling some covered hopper cars and a center beam on the end there. Typically you see those carrying lumber. So they clear the crossing, and I guess they're going to be awaiting maybe track approval to keep going, or waiting for something else. So since there's some action, we'll hang out here for a little bit longer. Well, what do you know? Coming here wasn't a lost cause. A little bit of patience paid off. They're setting their brake on that. I think they're going to detach, maybe build a train, maybe disassemble, but we're here. We'll wait and see. So they detached. They're backing up over Bridge 60, most likely switching lines. And I guess we'll see what's going to happen next. It's a cold day for this too. It's about 12 degrees out right now. I was listening on my scanner radio. DL received track authority, and I heard them mention the Laurel line track. So I came down here just by Chamberlain, General Dynamics, and I see them approaching in the distance. Looks like the conductor is waving them across, and they're on the approach on the side of the building right now. And they're rolling right by the same building that used to build locomotives. Since they're not leading the locomotive first, he's got to make sure it's clear. So I may or may not have lost the train. I was listening on the radio. They were entering the Crown Ave tunnel that goes under the city of Scranton. If they went all the way through that, it kept going, they should end up right here, which is crossing Montage Mountain Road to service a factory along Davis Street. There's a number of switchbacks back here, and it's also the same line that the Laurel line trolley takes, except they cross down lower where the freight train stays up here. So I definitely got here ahead of time. They may have only entered the tunnel to clear a switch, or they may be coming all the way here. So I'm gonna wait here for a few minutes. If they come, we'll have them crossing the road here, which will be my first time witnessing them doing that. And if not, well, at least we could say we caught some action of the DL in Scranton, and then we'll head to location number 2. So stay tuned. Patience paid off. I heard radio contact. Here they are. That was a cold ride for that conductor. I always wanted to catch a train crossing here. Never knew when it was going to happen, but it finally did. Pretty awesome sight. Well, that's a win in my book. I feel accomplished right now. So, DL, I think we got enough of that. We can head to location number 2. I'll see you over there. Talk about timing. Welcome to the Norfolk Southern Tailor Yard, a place that when you come here, you can catch Norfolk Southern, possibly Delaware Lackawanna, and today, Reading Northern. I was crossing Davis Street Bridge, saw this train approaching, heard the chatter on the radio, got here just in time as they're passing the crossing here. So we're gonna hang out here for a little bit. There we got Reading Northern. We can chase this if we want to the industrial park. I did see an NS locomotive up here as well, it might be K81. And there could be a northbound or southbound train coming through anytime today. So we'll see what happens here. This is a lengthy one. I think I heard on the radio 72 cars. And based on the line that they're at, I think they're heading to the industrial park. And it's the same line they would have taken that we covered on the derailment not too long ago. So that line is back open after a few days. Oh, look at it. Got a real locomotive. This is probably operating as YJPI and PISB. And right back there is an NS unit with its lights on. Switch to my Panasonic, we can use the zoom on this. Reading Northern came to a stop. They're still in the yard, so they may be dropping off some cars or picking up. And then over here is NS. They're right back there. I believe that is their K81 train, which operates local work within the yard, sometimes down in Yatesville as well.
Three step conductor. 350 client, 3 step for PISB.
So I heard PISB, that's Pittston Scranton branch, and probably operating as YJPI, Yard Job Pittston as well. So it appears the Reading Northern crew have switched to the rear locomotive. I heard it start up, and I think they're going to be using that momentarily. like NS is moving out of the way and Reading Northern's coming into play. Now there's a pretty cool shot. RNN, NS, side by side. Well, apparently that one is departing. Picked up the cars, looks like they're heading back to Pittston. So now I'm deciding what to do. I'm believing YJPI left heading back to Pittston. They did cross the crossing here, blaring the horn. I didn't film it because I thought they were just switching tracks, going to hook up to their consist over there, but apparently that's not the case. They are heading out of here. So that should be PISB, Pittston Scranton branch, still sitting there. They're going to do one of two things, either go to the industrial park or they're going to do work in the yard here, or both. NS right now is stationary, and as far as I know, there's no big long freighters coming through northbound or southbound. So I can either hang out here a bit longer, see what else is going on, or we could possibly head to our third location, which I'm going to regardless. Just don't know if we should leave here yet or head over there and catch maybe that returning or something else. So gonna see what's going on for a few minutes here and make a decision.
Today's date, February 5th. Yep, that's a Roger. We arrive at Bloom, okay, back in the yard to work, over.
Roger, okay, back in Bloom to work.
So while I was talking to you guys, the NS unit did creep up forward. 2 crew members are now boarding it. They may be departing. So if that's the case, we'll catch that before we do anything else. So right now it's back to a waiting game, which is pretty typical here at the NS yard. It's not common that you get to arrive here and instantly witness train activity. NS unit hasn't moved since the crew members did enter it, so I don't know how long it's going to be sitting there. The Reading and Northern consist is still there on the far left. They do have 2 lead locomotives hooked up to it. I don't know if there's any crew inside. The unfortunate thing is, though, is you could be here all day and not know when something's going to happen. That Reading and Northern unit can move at any given time. The NS unit can move at any given time. The northbound or southbound freight train can move. So you really don't know what's going to happen until it does. So sometimes you just have to wait and see. Well, right now there's not too much going on other than that NS unit just doing some switching here, running back and forth. Nothing else has come through. I did see finally that 13Z, the southbound freight train, is getting track authority about an hour ago, but it's not going to be here for a bit of time. So I think I'm going to head out of here, head to, well, get some lunch, then head to our third location, which many of you already probably know what it is. May or may not get something there. Even if we don't, I'm going to keep track of 13Z, because if it is on the approach, I won't be too far away from where we could catch it. So still might see some NS action, but we're going to head to our third location, see what's going on there. Well, I'm sure many of you guessed it. We are here at the Reading Northern Pittston Yard / former Coxton Yard / Wilkes-Barre Scranton Regional Railroad Station. Came here just to see if there is anything going on. This is where the YJPI and PISB would have departed from. So far, nothing has returned. Number 5021 is sitting there idling. A couple coach cars, piece of maintenance away, and a couple other idling units. So wasn't anticipating to find anything, but you never know what you may find. But if there is any activity happening now, most likely it's in the main yard area on the other side of the bridge, other side of the river. Obviously we can't go back there, but occasionally they do come up here to clear some switches. They sometimes set off the wigwags, but right now pretty quiet. But I am keeping track of 13Z, which is heading south, and we should be able to catch it in about an hour in an area not too far away from here. And I think after that, may come back here, and we hopefully will catch Reading Northern coming back from the Taylor Yard. I actually did hear on the radio, though, they did get track authority for PISB, and I believe they're going to the warehouse now. So after they do their work there, they will be returning back to this yard. So if the stars align and things work out according to plan, we should be able to catch another NS unit, longer freight train, and then come back here and catch them returning back to the yard. All I can say is stay tuned. We'll see what actually happens. Well, I'm on location, ready to catch 13Z. It is on the approach, a few miles away. And I'm at a location that has not one, but 2 crossings, which offers twice the horn action. So I'm going to be filming a zoomed in shot with this camera, and I'm going to get a nice wide angle passing the crossing with my 360 camera. So once this does clear, we will head back to the Reading Northern Pittston Yard. Like promised, we are back here at the Reading and Northern Pittston Yard. So far, my plan is going accordingly. We caught the 13Z coming through the double crossing area, plenty of horn action. Long freight train, got footage with both cameras. Now that I'm back here, I'm hoping for one of two things. Either the return of what I'm guessing is PISB, which we caught earlier arriving at Taylor. They typically get back here between 2 and 4 p.m. And right now it's about 2:45. And I don't see them anywhere here yet, so I don't think they have returned. I also haven't heard anything on the radio either, although I might be too far away for catching the frequency, but I haven't heard any track authority or chatter of them returning back. Now, if they don't return, the other option is possibly one of the idling locomotives coming into play. We have 1546, an old pup switcher engine, and then 3068 right there. And behind you guys is the idling 5021, a fast freight service locomotive, and then the 40th anniversary near the entrance is idling too. So we got 4 locomotives idling. The only ones I think that would be going anywhere anytime soon are these two, with a crew change maybe. And if they do, they're most likely going back into the yard. But at any given time, things could be coming or going. But patience is key. It's definitely a waiting game around here. So I'm either going delirious or I may have possibly heard a train horn. It's about 45 minutes after the last clip I did. And I'm sitting waiting and heard a faint horn from the direction that the train would be coming from. I've been listening to the radio. It's mostly chatter with NS and K81. So I don't know if something's coming. If it's not, well, then yeah, I'm going delirious.
Hey, Manny, coming by White here.
Okay, the wigwags are going off. I don't know where the train's coming from.
Okay, I started the yard.
Yeah, you'll see it down to the junction up. Put the cars on 5 and 3. And I'm gonna head up to Old Spring.
Down to the junction.
Okay, that was weird.
You're gonna have to look there eventually, Roger. Get back.
They just went off sporadically, and there's nothing coming up. Oh wait, there's something coming from the yard area. I do see a light in the background. Seems like it triggered it pretty early though. And yeah, it's just switching. It's going back towards the yard. So it came up on the approach to clear the switch. Must have triggered the wigwags. False alarm. I'm guessing I'm going delirious then because I thought I heard a horn. There's nothing coming. Maybe I just heard it in my mind. Okay, I'm definitely hearing a horn. There's something coming. I thought for a second I was delirious. There's a train coming. Yep, I see it. It's on the line closest to the road, so it's down lower than the curve. You can probably see the lights approaching. And I believe that is our PISB that we saw this morning. Wigwags are activated. How cool is that? That made the wait worth it right there. So I definitely thought I was going delirious earlier because I heard what I thought was the horn far in the distance, and then waiting, nothing coming. I'm like, I think I'm going nuts. I'm hearing things. And then right as you guys heard the horn much closer. So waiting around paid off. PISB came back. It's about 3:45, so right on schedule. And it was worth the wait seeing those wigwags in action. Today though was a successful mission. I say mission accomplished. It was definitely not for nothing, and it wasn't a lost cause by any means. Without a doubt, I feel really fortunate with what I captured today, because typically you may not capture anything, or maybe just one or two things. We captured all three railroads, DL, Reading and Northern, and Norfolk Southern, actually more than once. And honestly, this little radio came in handy so well that today wouldn't have been as successful if it wasn't for this, because this told me DL was heading on the Laurel line track, which I was able to catch it for the first time crossing Montage Mountain Road. Although I did get the time wrong, I should have been at Bridge 60 for 8 o'clock, not 8:30. Regardless, I got there late anyways. It doesn't really matter. Things worked out as they were supposed to. But 8 o'clock is the time to be at Bridge 60 to chase DL. Norfolk Southern Yard also, for a period of time, was really bustling with activity. K81 moving back and forth. Reading and Northern arriving right when we got there. YJPI departing, even though I didn't film it departing. And then after that, we caught 13Z, long freight train. Nice consist of freight cars, and then came back here, and patience paid off. Waited just before 4 o'clock, and PISB returned as anticipated with the two black and gray locomotives, just like that one over there. And by all means, highly successful day. This doesn't happen all the time. And I was actually messaging my friend Robbie off camera, kind of killing some time, and letting him know what I was doing today. And I said, I don't really do this all that often. I used to do it a lot more a few years ago. Used to rail fan a lot, chase trains. Now I mainly only focus on specialty runs or locomotives like steam runs or the newly painted 1776. I haven't done rail fanning like this in a long time, so it's kind of a throwback to my earlier years on YouTube. So I definitely enjoyed myself. Hopefully you did as well. By all means, let me know what was your favorite train that we caught today. For me, I definitely liked seeing DL cross Montage Mountain Road and Reading and Northern entering the Norfolk Southern Taylor Yard right when we got there, literally right when we pulled in, ran out of the vehicle and got right up to it and caught it. And then 13Z, didn't know if that was gonna happen. It did. The stars aligned, so I'm going home satisfied after a long day. Started just after 8 a.m., just before 4 p.m. to make this video for all of you. So let me know your feedback down below. If you're interested in seeing me do this once in a great while, maybe every few months, I'd be glad to do it. If not, I'll be just doing some specialty runs like Rambo runs or some unique locomotives that are making appearances in the area. So take care everyone, stay safe, and until next time, I'll see you in the next video.